Hey guys, what is up? Zeros35 here, and today I'm going to be bringing you a challenge mode guide. Again, a little disclaimer for these videos. If you are looking for a really high-end, detailed, tick-perfect type of video, I would say that this video is not for you. These are the type of videos and guides that I like to make for difficult PVM content that people are kind of too scared or too intimidated to get into. So these videos basically say, hey, this stuff isn't that hard. You can do this. You can easily start making money doing this content. Alright, so without further ado, we're going to go ahead and let the intro play, and then I'll show you guys inventory and gear setup. Alright, so let's get into the gear. First off, for what I'm wearing, we got Ancestral Hat. You can change this out really for anything. You can do Face Guard. You can do, you can downgrade budget-wise. You do not need the absolute best gear. Some people, you have your own preferences. Some people do like Torva Plate Body with Ancestral Legs. It's whatever you prefer, really. It's whatever you're comfortable with. But Ancestral Hat, Fire Cape, Infernal Cape, Torture, or Blood Fury if you really need it. Ruby Dragon Bolts, Dragon Warhammer. Melee plate body, defender, melee legs, melee gloves, primordial boots, and I use brimstone ring because of all three styles. You can use a what is it called? The spec ring from TOA, or you can use a berserker ring imbued. It's up to you. As for the gear setup, we have our full range switch here, 6-way range switch and 6-way mage switch. I bring a Xeric crossbow because I do not have a T-bow. And I like to use this on VASA, and then Kodai Wand and Tome of Fire if you are on normal spellbook for Ice Demon. If you are Venging, you do not have to bring these. And then pre-pots, I have my 3 staminas that I bring into the raid, 1 brew, 1 sand view, and then a divine and an antidote in my pre-pot. I bring an axe because at some point you will need to keep your axe. I like to bring the infernal axe just because it's faster, and I have the inventory space, so why not? Osmumten's Fang, Dragon Pickaxe, Salve Amulet, and then your rune pouch with runes depending on your what you're going to be doing. So if I go over here, get rid of that, do my 3 stams, and then my 1 angler, and then I'll usually, once I pre-pot, I'll take the divine super, the antidote, and the anglerfish, and use all those, and then I will go ahead and replace those with 3 anglerfish. As for getting into the raid, you'll come up to this recruiting board, and rather than being in a clan, you need to be in a chat channel. So just go ahead, join a chat channel, and then once you're in a chat channel, your leader will have to come up here and make a party. Go ahead and click challenge mode, and then you guys will be able to go in to the raid. As soon as I get my partner readied up here and stuff, we will go ahead and get started with the duo raid, and I will try to explain as best I can what we are doing while we're doing it. So I will be back in just a few minutes. Alright, so we got the raid made, and we're going to go ahead and go on in. We're both venged up. I'm going to pre-pot with my antidote super combat. I'm going to go over here. I'm not going to try and protect from melee at first because I want TEKTON to hit through the bench. We're just going to stand right here. Of course he hits a 0. And Umbreon hit 2 specs, so that should be fine. I'm going to come like stand right here so that he possibly hits me. So what Umbreon is doing right there is a flinch method, and it makes it so the other person doesn't have to move at all. So now we're going to go ahead and just walk every other square in a 3x3. that happens, we're gonna go back here. We're gonna let him hit us for the venge. There we go. And he still hasn't hit me. Well, that's just unfortunate, but... So yeah, as you can see, he's just flinching it back and forth, and I can just stand here and hit. And then when he goes back to the thing, we're just gonna do every other. This. We're trying to protect from melee because we don't have venge anymore. Use our fang specs when we can. And of course, it's a 0. I'm just not hitting at all. Super unfortunate. This is taking a lot longer than usual. This is just a really slow kill. Do I have melee gear on? What is going on here? Oh my god. Alright, cool. Oh. So I'm running out the kill there, so he's just grabbing stuff to help us. Oh, because I don't have the room for it. We're going to go ahead and put on our hammer. He's going to lure that one over. I'm going to grab this one. This one's really nice because you can download timers that show you when these are going to move away. These are the tiles that you want to mark. Red goes to the blue one, mage goes to the yellow one, and red goes to, or green goes to that one there, and then this one has to be uncolored. Super simple. Keep protect from melee on because those guys will hit pretty hard. I'm gonna drink a stam here. Protect from melee on against the scavenger beast as well, so they can hit pretty hard. I'm gonna go ahead and put on my mage gear, so we'll be maging Ice Demon. Grab a tinderbox. And basically this entire... We're gonna have to overload for this, so I'm gonna heal up just a little. This entire raid is about inventory management, so we're gonna go ahead and, rather than just clicking deposit all, I'm gonna do this very specifically. And then I'm gonna grab, well, the rune pouch, I guess can stay, that can stay, we're gonna grab that, and the tinderbox. We're gonna go ahead and start chopping. Umbreon is an Iron Man, so Iron Men usually collect the supplies for everyone, which is really nice because I don't exactly know the amount of supplies that you need, but I'll go ahead and post down in the description the supplies you need for how many people you have. Also, if you don't bring an axe, there's a bronze axe right there. I prefer to bring my dragon or infernal one. Just because it is faster, and you also need it later on. So if you grab a bronze axe, or if you bring your own axe, just make sure you hang on to it for later on in the raid. Just put it in the chest once you're done with this room. We're going to finish this inventory. We're going to go back to the private chest. And we're going to go ahead and withdraw everything. Grab the overload. Usually, if you have someone, you can safe spot this. That was rough. I thought I was DCing for a second. Basically, when he attacks, just click. Keep moving, you'll be fine. You have a second person here. Usually they'll have whoever's got tome safe spot, but he's still busy collecting supplies. That's what happens if you DC. I don't know what to explain about that other than I guess it happens sometimes. Alright. I'll go ahead and grab everything else just so I have it. And I'm going to go ahead and grab this as well because I need it. Go ahead and wield the Tunic and Shadow or T-bow here. I do not have a T-bow, so I just use Shadow for a lot of this part. We're going to turn on Protect from range. We're going to try to get him to jump right here. That's not where I want him to jump. I'm probably going to die here, but that's okay. Yep. Sometimes that happens. Can't get him to jump. Too low of health. It's fine. That's why we have extra stamina in case it happens, and we just run back. If you get him to jump right there, it's a safe spot, so probably when I get back, Umbreon will have that safe spotted. It's early in the raid, and usually within like these first 3 or 4 rooms, if you have low health or something, you're just better off dying than wasting supplies. I'm gonna grab this lockpick just in case Umbreon didn't grab one for me. I didn't even pick it up. We're just gonna hope that he grabbed one. Let's see. My overload should be here, so I'm just gonna drink that as I'm running in. And I'm gonna go ahead and grab the seeds here. So he's trying to save spot it by getting it to jump right there. But it doesn't want to seem to jump. There we go. So now it's going to jump. We're going to go right here. Make sure we're on long range. And we're just going to sit here and attack. And it's safe spotted. You can also safe spot by having them jump right here and standing right here. Just make sure you're on long range with either the Tunic and Shadow, the Tivo, or the Bofa. We're going to go ahead and go to the private chest. And you're going to want to go ahead and plant. You want to go ahead and plant your buchu and your Noxfer, and then the iron is going to pick the Noxfer. You don't have to worry about it, but then you just kind of sit and wait for the buchu. If you want, you can pick lots, put them in the bank. That way, so someone who has humidify if you're in a bigger team. But he has humidify. He's just going about that right now. I'm actually going to go here, and I'm going to drink this just so my prayer can start going up while we're doing this. And I'm going to start. Don't need those because he already planted them. And then once he's done, he's going to plant the Gulper seeds. And he's going to start getting those as well. This is where the list comes in that I said I'll put in the description. How many supplies you need, how many potions you're supposed to make, and so on. So I'm going to go ahead and get 1.5 full inventories. That's probably good. I'm going to go ahead and make those. And then for this next part, if you are you're using a Tivo, you will need all 3 melee styles, but because I am just using a... I'll take those. Because I'm using a staff, I'm only bringing 2. You honestly don't even need the rune pouch, but it's fine. He's going to continue picking for supplies and extra potions if we need it, but I'm going to go ahead and get the next one started. Because for 2 people you have a 65-minute timer, which is pretty generous. As long as you don't fall too far behind. Downloading plugins, Vanguard Identifier, and some Chambers of Xeric ones make this room a whole lot easier. because it'll highlight which one is which. So I'm going to heal over my overload. And then I can just stand over here if need be. The only reason you need melee is because of this guy. And even then, the staff still hits him pretty hard, but it's just better to... Those two people, you want to keep them within 40 of each other. Mage guy, this is where you would T-bow, if you have it. The staff just does just fine. So we're at 90, 80, 70. If I remember correctly, the range one is the only one you can stand underneath. So in a case like this where I need to hit the meleeer, I can just stand underneath the ranger and not have to tank two separate ones. So they're all still within their ranges, which is good. One's at 50, he's getting a little far away from there, so we're going to stop. I'm going to come over here. Just keep your health high in this room. It's pretty easy. And don't ever run in the middle because then all three will attack you. But as long as you're only fighting one at a time, you're good. Doing supplies or doing farming, whatever, come in and just start helping out. I'm gonna walk underneath the ranger so I can help him. Now we can kill all of them because they're all below 40. That was a little close, but that's why we make so many brews. If you're the person with Venge like I'm is just make sure you just are venging throughout the entire raid. It's just more damage, doesn't hurt. That's the last one we gotta finish off. My overload's up in 30 seconds, so no point in healing to full. There we go. I'm gonna go ahead and pick up a bunch of stuff. You don't need that unless you're in a big group and you need them for the overloads. Alright. Go ahead and pop a stam. Hopefully Embryon grabbed a lockpick. And I won't regret not grabbing one. Our overload just dropped. We can go ahead and deposit all this because we don't need it anymore. And he did. Cool. Just grab the lockpick and get a full inventory. Green chest, either mark bat chest or poison chest as you're searching through. That's another one of the Chamber of Xeric's plugins that really helps. While I'm doing this, I'm going to set up my quick prayers for the next room, which is VESPULA. I will put the room list in the description as well, that way so you can go ahead and just copy and paste that into your notes. Because I had it for a while in my notes there just so I knew what to do. I'm getting really unlucky with the amount that I'm getting. But that should be enough, hopefully. We're going to make sure that we have a stamina pot for this, because you absolutely need it. So this room has a special trick, and Umbreon's going to go ahead and enter first because he knows how to do it and I do not. But this special trick prevents VESPULA from activating these little, you'll see here in a second, the little worms or whatever. If that does happen, it's not the end of the world. All you got to do is have someone grab these flowers over here and feed one of them, and that's usually all that should need to be done. So I'm going to wait till my overload goes, and then I'm going to go ahead and attack, and just click back. Attack, click back. As soon as Retribution procs, just Trinket Restore, activate your prayer again. This works with T-Bow and Shadow and Bofa, so whatever you got. And there's no reason to push this, just take your time, make sure your prayer's up. Sometimes that glitch happens, but if you have the right prayers, just really make sure your Retribution's up before you go in there. Or Redemption. Not Retribution, you'll die if you have that up, probably. I'm awkwardly at 10 health, so I'm going to drink a brew just because. There we go. Drops a bunch more potions for us. We're going to go in and grab those. Drink up our potions, and then we're going to go into Tightrope room. Again, same thing. You can mage these. You can use T-Bow. Use Bofa, whatever you have. Just do one at a time for the majors. And you do one at a time for the majors, and then the rangers, I'm just going to tank both of them while he crosses, so that's why he's dropping me those bats, just so I can have them. If you have melee gear on you, go ahead and put the melee gear on. Grab one. Grab two. And then I'm going to go ahead and stand here. Step out for a second, just let them attack me. and then he goes across, grabs it, quick and easy. Alright, so next floor coming up, you're going to need all of your combat styles. The better you are at inventory management, the faster this goes. Don't forget your axe, your salve, you do not need your rune pouch. So I just like to take all of my extra stuff there. I'm gonna go 1, 2, 2. We'll put that down there. 2, 2. That should do just fine. Our overload's still up, which is good. We're gonna drink a stam pot. Some people like to use the dragon pickaxe spec. I prefer not to. So when I learned Chambers of Xeric, I was in my college dorm, and the internet was so bad that everything I learned had like such a really bad ping delay. So that's why I definitely do not do these right. But you are just flinching them. Like, I do way too many tiles running around, but it works, so. And usually you want to put Protect from Melee on so it doesn't break your Venge if they hit you. If you get off rhythm, just stop and then start again. I'm gonna let my overload go through before I DC apparently. We have 2 people going, that's when you want to try to time it. Which is also why I do it this way, because I'm far enough away where I usually time it with other people, if they're doing the correct method. Alright, now we have VASA coming up, so we're going to go ahead and put on a range here. We're going to get up to 118 HP no matter what. Even if you drop down to 117, make sure you go back up to 118. I'm going to go ahead and protect from range. You're going to get teleported. You're going to take the bench hit. I like to use that CP spec. It's 110 right off the rip. And then we're going to switch to our melee stuff here. And we're going to stab the crystal. Stam. Keep your health high. Keep protect from range on. Just keep moving so these rocks don't hit you. If you run underneath the boss, you're going to take some damage. And use Fang's back when we get it. Switch back to our range gear. This is one room where Shadow unfortunately does not work. Might be a teleport here soon because that crystal got cut off short. If they do teleport you and you don't have full health and you can't like venge, make sure you just protect mage and then stand underneath VASA. So your teammate, your clanmates or whatever they are, don't deal a stupid amount of damage. What did we kill? Unfortunate that we didn't kill him. It was really close. Please. Oh, nice. Got it right there at the end. I made sure not to pick that up just in case he needed it. I don't know. We'll grab that twisted. Usually you don't need it, but... I'm gonna drink it just because I can. I should not have drank that because my overload is up soon, but we're gonna go ahead and throw on our mage gear. If you have the T-bow, this is where you use a T-bow. Stam, and then salve. We're gonna attack this one, and we're gonna bring it all the way over here. As soon as it's in that spot, we're gonna stand right here. And that's how you save spot the first one. And because the last attack it meleeed him, it's not gonna attack him at all. It's gonna sit there and try to melee him again. Every once in a while it'll stop, but for the most part it just sits there and stares at you. And he's going to do the same thing by running over to these guys. He's going to let them melee him, or he's going to go in melee distance of them. And then he's going to run to this tile right here, and they're both just going to be safe spotted. So we're not even going to attack them until we get to that tile. So they're both safe spotted. Because they both punched him, and now they're trying to melee him, but they can't, so they just sit there. This guy is maging for some reason. I think all he has to do is step right here and then let it melee him, but it looks like it's fine now. He has a bunch of extras, so I'm going to go ahead and just grab one because Muted Isle tends to really hurt. And Muted Isle is one of those rooms where you can do everything right, you can still take a ton of damage for no reason. Alright, we're going to go ahead and throw on our melee gear just to kind of give us defense. And this is where you definitely want to make sure you saved your axe. Protect melee, and now I'm going to protect range. Come stand over here. We're going to start cutting this tree down. Every time you see a wood cutting XP drop, go ahead and attack the crocodiles. But don't let it go below, like, I think it's 60% health, so if it starts getting low, you just swap it. And then as soon as he walks over here, try to walk over here, and sometimes it safe spots him to where he won't be able to melee you, which is really nice. He's getting close to 60, so we're just going to leave him there. I'm going to heal up, though. You can get stacked out very easily in this room. This thing is ruthless, so... Alright, there we go. Tree is down, now we're going to go ahead and kill. And then when the baby is done, come out here. We can go ahead and put mage back on. Mage gear and protect from mage, I guess. I don't know. I thought protect from range. And this is kind of a safe spot. Just don't let it come up and melee you. It's melee. Max hit is close to 100 something, I'm pretty sure. Like I said, you just take a stupid amount of damage no matter what you do. Hopefully Umbreon lives. I don't know why he's been praying mage. He just asked me if he's been praying mage the whole time. Hopefully he gets out before he dies, and I can finish this kill off. That's a nice little max hit right there. Alright, cool. Did I get that? Yeah, I got both of them, so I'm gonna go ahead and just grab everything. Yeah, make sure you're protecting range there. Do not protect mage, as he found out. He had to leave because he had no food. So he got very lucky. And now we're going to go ahead and we're going to prep for Olm. So, go ahead and put all this on. I'm just going to drop those right there. We do not need this, do not need this. We do need Warhammer though, so make sure you keep that. And I'm going to combine these. We have plenty of time, so I am in no rush. I like to do 4 restores. Grab one of them or one of them, and then the rest brews. There we go. I like to do the piles on the ground. And in we go. That's that quick prayers to protect from mage in this. We're gonna wait and see which side he spawns in on. Drop that, and then for duos, if you were anything else, you would have people running the head. But for duos, you always have to kill the mage hand first if you want someone running the head to avoid the special attacks. So we're gonna sit and kill the mage hand first before we worry about the melee. I don't remember what his max hit is, but I think it's something like 40. So we're just going to keep our health above that at all times. That's a bomb, as you should know. Regular. Everything's the same, it just hits a lot harder. Just stay apart from each other. That way so you don't get burned with me. Teleport, stand on top. Crystals move over. Next up will be lightning. We don't have to move at all. I like to have my chat open so I can tell which one of those spheres was mine. Now we're just gonna avoid crystals. Get our Dragon Warhammer ready. And same thing. Stuns there, it looks like. He's trying to kill me. Yeah, so he has it set. He just takes an attack. I take my attack 1 for 1. No specs are done. It's super simple. Tons of guides on how to do it. If you're the person over here, you just kill mage, then kill melee. Whatever he attacks with, I just like to change to it. Sometimes he does 2 or 3 in a row, but there's not really a way of predicting it. It's kind of random. Unfortunately, I got poisoned, but it doesn't do that much damage, so it's not like worth bringing an anti-poison or anything for. We don't need to move at all. My overload is up, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Nice. I'm gonna go ahead and grab this because I am gonna need it. I'm just gonna top up on everything. We're gonna go ahead and use 2 Dragon Warhammer specs for the last one. once the teleport goes off, we go ahead and run. Just to skip the healing phase. And then we're going to come back to the, we're going to come back to the melee hand to get it low. I'm going to do probably one more hit on it, and now I'm going to... Armbrand's got stunned by lightning a couple times. So final phase, I'm going to have to tank a bunch of hits for him. Hopefully he has the water to let me out. Nice. If you're the Venge person, you usually bring Humidify, which is... Mage Hand is probably dead, so I'm going to go ahead and kill the melee. And then we're going to switch to our range stuff. We're just going to tank hits, protect, and dodge crystals. We're gonna DC and just survive it like a champ. That's fine. Umbreon unfortunately died. So I'm just gonna have to solo this for a minute. Hopefully he gets back in here in time. Not a fan of the healing. Hopefully he doesn't firewall me. Alright, Umbreon's back in here, so we're good. It happens sometimes if you get stacked out. Basically, this entire boss fight is just preserve as many brews as possible, try to take the least amount of damage, but sometimes there's not much you can do about it. Also, should have switched for a Dragon Hunter crossbow instead of my Xeric one, but that's a nice 103 right there, so never punished, I guess. I'm gonna close chat just for the element of surprise if you get a drop. I'm not going to be able to get to those heals, so I'm just going to sit in DPS. That's not the time for a Ruby Bolt Spec. He's at 7 HP. And another! That was the longest, like, 10 HP he had left. And Umbreon got something. I don't know what. He got... I don't know. He doesn't sound too happy about it, but I'm still waiting. I'd like for him to open it. Oh, it's an arcane. Unfortunate. You hate to see it, but... And I got, whew, like 700k worth of stuff. Not bad. Yep, arcane prayer skull. You hate to see it, but it is nice to see purples, so... And that's going to go ahead and finish up the raid. Don't forget to grab all your stuff out of the private chest here. I'm going to go ahead and just bank it all. Tinderbox collection growing, I'm sure. Well, yeah, that's going to finish up the raid, so I hope you guys learned something from this, and that challenge modes really isn't that hard, so you can go ahead and get some friends, jump on in, learn it. You'll be doing just fine. So, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.